Feminine hygiene products are not cheap. It's a monthly expense that can add up. And those products are not readily in stock at food banks all the time either. An event next Wednesday is bringing attention to the difficulties this causes and is hoping to help. It's Edmonton's first period party, and two of the organizers are with us now. Cody Baker and Melinda Davies Musselwhite are organizing this. Ladies, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to have you here. Cody, first of all, how did this idea come to fruition? What was the genesis of this?
It was actually following a CBC special that had aired earlier in the summer about petitioning the federal government to remove the sales tax on menstrual products, and including, some of the things that were included in the documentary were some testimonials from women who use the food bank to access menstrual products. And then we had another one of our co-organizers who has been volunteering with the food bank, and she noticed that that was an item that wasn't available there, and we thought we could do something to remedy that.
Right, so when you see a problem, do something about it.
Hopefully fix it. Try your best, right?
Yeah.
So, Linda, what kind of hardship does this cause for women with this trouble with this kind of an expense every month?
I think it causes multiple different kinds of hardships depending on the people that we're talking about. So I work with I'm a social worker in the city, and I work with a population of individuals who menstruate, not all who identify as women, that may have children, may be working, some people will miss school, and have to make really hard choices through their days and their lives when they are menstruating. So I have a couple of clients that I've spoken to about the event that we're hosting and received some quotes, and I learned a lot of information that I wasn't aware of, that when they have their period, they aren't able to leave their home. Them and their children are sort of confined to the home because they don't have the products they need, and It's embarrassing to leave the house. And they make do with what they have on a very limited income.
And those would be people that for the most part would have a place to live or a roof over their heads. What about women who are homeless? How do they cope?
Women who are homeless have an even more difficult challenge in front of them. So if you're homeless, unfortunately, you can't access the food bank in the same ways. And so you have to rely on inner city organizations to provide you with those products, and it's not always available. So I have one woman that I work with that lives in the River Valley, and she reported making do, finding dirty rags, finding socks, finding things that she can use that will help her during that time.
And then as we go to younger girls, then this could involve school and
Absolutely.
Missing school and that sort of thing. Have you heard that story as well?
I haven't heard that one myself, but reading online and looking at the issue more globally, that definitely happens very regularly. And I think we think of this issue in third world and developing countries, but we don't recognize the number of women here in Edmonton that are managing this right now.
Now, Cody, this fundraiser and product drive is for the Edmonton Food Bank, where women can pick them up. But why did you pick the food bank?
Well, Melinda, as a social worker, kind of addressed the fact that women who are homeless or who are vulnerable in different ways, or persons who require these products, can access them through kind of a variety of places. The Boyle Street would be an example of that. But for women who aren't necessarily frequenting those places, their main point of access would be the food bank. So we thought of them as kind of the perfect partner. It's something that they would go to that they need their groceries, and they can hopefully get this taken care of. I mean, if you go to a grocery store to get it, you would assume then that they would be going to the exact same grocery store to get those products as well.
Right. So the period party is next Wednesday. Exactly what's going to be happening? Either or.
Right. It's a silent auction event. So we have 3 lots closing throughout the 4-hour event. It's from 7 to 11 at the Yellowhead Brewery. And we received a number of donations from people from all over the city, artists, restaurants, hotels, a lot of really interesting activities as well. So we're hoping people will come out and bid aggressively and competitively. We also have a raffle throughout the evening. I'm going to be emceeing the event. Excellent. We've got a DJ and some specialty cocktails we've designed.
It is a ticketed event, and it's a sold-out event.
Okay,
and so
right.
we're very fortunate that people have really taken to this issue and provided a great deal of support. And we do have other ways that people can support the period party and the issue that we're working on through a GoFundMe campaign and donation drop-off spots as well.
And worth mentioning, I believe the venue was donated, Yellowhead Brewery, where you're going to be, so that obviously helps things out as well.
They've donated the venue, the catering, and they staffed the bar for us.
Yeah.
Wow. It's interesting, even thinking about this as an issue. It would be something, I think, in most people's minds that you would think of it as maybe more of a third world problem and not something that we would see here. Is that surprising to you both? Maybe not so much for you, Melinda, but I mean, just that this is even an issue here in Canada.
I think even speaking about women and individuals having a period has been really taboo. And so now that things are changing, people are becoming more comfortable with these conversations. People are starting to realize the challenges connected to it. So definitely third world countries deal with this issue all the time, but I think it is new for a lot of people to hear about it happening here at home.
And we might not be thinking, when people are thinking food bank donations, they're maybe not thinking of feminine hygiene products. Are you hoping that changes as well?
Yeah. Actually, we've been thinking about the long-term consequences of the campaign. And one of them that we hope is that when people do make a donation to the food bank, they just consider that something that, you might pick up at the grocery store is something someone else's as well. So hopefully it's menstrual products, maybe it's toilet paper, maybe it's lotion, or just general toothpaste and things like that.
Yeah. Well, great to hear the event is already sold out. That's a good thing. I hope the fundraising goes tremendously well. Great idea and a great fundraiser. Thanks for coming in and telling us about it. Appreciate
Thanks
it.
for having us.
Cody Baker and Melinda Davies Musselwhite are helping to organize Edmonton's first period party. It's next Wednesday, September 23rd at the Yellowhead Brewery.